Hello, and thanks for tuning in. This is Patti Behan, and in this video I'm going to show you how to make this fun thank you card using Wendy Vecchi's stamp positioner, ruler, and her Make Art station. Okay, so let's get to it. To begin, I'm starting out with a piece of Wendy Vecchi Perfect White cardstock trimmed down to 4 inches by 5 1/4 inches. I'm using the Merci and More Wendy Vecchi stamp die and stencil set, and this comes with stamps, a coordinating stencil, and some dies. So the stamps I chose and I put on the block here are From the Bottom of My Heart, With Sincere Gratitude, Many, and Thanks. To start, I'm putting the 9-inch craft sheet on the station and putting some magnets on top. And you can see the lines through the craft sheet so you can line up your card evenly. I'm putting the stamp positioner on top here, and I've measured this before, so I'm leaving a little gap. And then I'm going to put the acrylic ruler down at the bottom. That has magnets too, so that's going to help everything to stay in place. Once you get it straight, you put it down. Take your block and just see if it looks like you got it in the right spot. And I need to adjust it a little bit. Okay, I think that looks good. Now I'm using Carnation Red Archival ink, and I'll ink up the stamp. And now I'm going to stamp it and butt it up against the stamp positioner. And then we'll ink it up again. And then I'll move the stamp positioner to the top of the word gratitude to line things up. And then I'm going to, instead of stamping in the center, I'm going to go from side to side just to give it a little interest. So I'll go ahead and stamp it. Ink up the stamp just at the beginning there. Stamp it again. And then continue down the page, lining up with the word gratitude and going from side to side and in the middle. And then it looks like this. Okay, so next we're going to take a stamp block and use these two little hearts here. And again, we're going to stamp with the Carnation Red Archival ink. And then we're going to run this through the die cutting machine. So I'm taking the dies and putting it on my die cutting plate. Position them with the smooth side facing up. And then next I'm taking a piece of removable tape and just securing the dies in place so they don't move and putting it through the die cut machine. Okay, now you have these two cute little hearts. And we'll get this out of the way. And I've already cut out this little plaque symbol here using those dies. For the next step, we're going to stamp the word Merci in the middle of the plaque. I'm using Letter It Clear embossing ink, and I put a piece of scrap paper underneath there. I'm going to stamp in the middle, like so. Use white embossing powder and pour it over the embossing. Brush off any excess and put it back in the jar, and then heat it until it melts with the heat tool. Okay, once that's done, let it cool down a little bit. and find your stencil that matches, and we're going to do the little frame on the outside there. And I'm using the Letter It fine medium pen, and you just trace it. And believe it or not, this fine point pen gets a real nice juicy inking on there. Okay, and then pour the embossing powder over it again, like so. Return it into the jar, and then I'm using a scissor to hold this down. Just remember, you are working on metal. I probably should have brought my craft sheet back in there, but it's okay because it's just a small piece. And now we're going to put this together. I'm using the Letter It clear adhesive tape. And this is just a regular A2 size card. Stick it on there. And then to give it some dimension, I'm going to use the adhesive foam tape. And we're going to attach the plaque to the center of the card, like so. Now we're going to attach these little hearts with some clear adhesive tape again. And that's it. A simple card to let someone know how much you appreciate them. So as always, if you would like to see more videos, please click the subscribe button. And if you would like to give this project a try, you can find a supply list in the description box below. Thanks for joining me today, and see you next time.